Oh
Oh,
boy, oh
nice.
boy. Oh, there's a bear cat involved. Why are there so many? We see a number of unmarked vans in this sort of caravan of law enforcement vehicles. Are those associated with the Fontana Police Department?
I'm not aware of any vans, so I don't know what their association
I
is
see.
at this point.
Officer, do we know? We've seen two people in the cab of this truck. Do we know if anyone's being held against their will?
We got reports that the passenger had tried to get out of the vehicle and the driver's not allowing them out. We don't know the relationship between the driver and passenger at this point, or how the passenger ended up in that vehicle with the driver.
And do we know if the passenger is male or female, a minor, anything like that?
As far as we know, it's an adult male.
Adult male.
We're also getting word that there was a call from a female saying that her dad had called her saying that he was in the cab of this truck trying to get out.
Well, we do have a standardized pursuit tactic that we try to follow that are similar throughout agencies, so we can work together when it comes to felony traffic stops or even just the pursuit of itself, so we can work together and try to be as seamless as possible. Uh, but it is difficult communication with other departments when you don't have radio communication the same. Does add a level of difficulty trying to work together in something like this.
And officer, I know sometimes when we're watching pursuits, we see authorities back off at times. And is that because they know the person behind the wheel, they know their identity, and there's an opportunity to catch up with that person at another time and maybe not put the public in harm's way?
Sometimes that could be the situation. I mean, every pursuit's a little different, and the circumstances around the pursuit and traffic, where we're at,
Right.
all come into play with that. This one, now that we're under the impression that there's a kidnapping involved or someone being held against their will,
Mm.
it kind of changes the dynamics of just a pursuit of a stolen vehicle.
And because even once the person stops and you do consider it a felony stop, you now have essentially a hostage if that's what it turns out to be. So that has to affect, for example, we saw a canine. I imagine you can't just release a canine at two people, or maybe you can. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely a harder situation because we don't know the degree. I don't want to say the degree of the kidnapping or how accurate that information we've received is. So we have to kind of proceed with them both as suspects, but with the mindset that one might be a victim as well.
Yeah. Also wondering, we know that there is a cell phone in that cab because you confirmed that someone had called their daughter or a female. We know that then you got the information this person was being held against their will. Is there a hostage negotiator possibly calling that phone and trying to talk to the driver to end this?
The person that called us got a call from an unknown number, so we don't have any access to a phone number in that vehicle at this point.
And we just saw this person stick their body out of the side window and grab something.
Oh
Oh,
boy, oh
nice.
boy. Oh, there's a bear cat involved that is now. We've talked about the fact that the pit maneuver is not really an option here, but in this case, we had an armored law enforcement vehicle actually strike the truck and is now in pursuit. Can you speak to what we're seeing here, officer?
I am not seeing it. I know we did have members of our SWAT team respond out that way. I don't know if that's our department or another department at this point. But I am not in a point where I can watch live to see what you guys are seeing.
I see.
Officer Reed, if you wouldn't mind just being on standby for just a moment, we also want to check in with Rich Prickett, who's overhead in Sky 5, with a bit of an update as to the whereabouts of this pursuit. Rich.
Wow, that was something I have not seen before. This Bearcat now in the mix here, trying to uh, bring this pursuit to an end. We tried to punch in on the door just for a moment to see if we can get an agency, but it says police, it says North County. Not entirely sure where this Bearcat is from, but that certainly caught me by surprise. Just entered the frame there and tried to pit this big rig. And just prior to that, the passenger reached out from the window and grabbed something from the rooftop of a car. And then we saw a person that was standing near that car. It was kind of difficult to see what he might have grabbed, if it was a cell phone or just really tough to say what the passenger grabbed off the rooftop of that vehicle. And it looks like he might be circling around to the same area, the big rig and the Bearcat. So likely won't see a pit here on this surface street here, but tries to take advantage of those turns to try and find an angle to spin this trailer around, or the tractor around. So going a little fast for a neighborhood here, about 40 miles an hour, with parked cars on both sides. Looks like it's kind of curving around here, coming to a stop, four-way stop here. No one else, okay, cut through. And those unmarked vehicles still behind the Bearcat at this point, monitoring this as well. Still have the helicopter overhead, Orange County Sheriff, I believe, still overhead watching this. And CHP giving updates as well. We did see CHP get involved when this tractor was on the 91 freeway. And that's really the only chatter we have heard from time to time. There's a car trying to get out of the way. But, you know, that passenger, you know, reaching out, not, you know, likely had the opportunity to get out of the car entirely, but just reached to grab something from the vehicle, from the rooftop of that car, and then got back in. So that was kind of interesting. Okay, so the Bearcat able to get in front of it and box him in.